Hey guys, it's Rob from KYKONSTRICTORZ, and today I got a rather important video to go over with y'all. So make sure that you hit that like and subscribe button. I'm gonna roll the intro and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so welcome back to the channel. My name's Rob. If you've not ever seen any of my videos, I'm a ball python breeder, and I'm here today to go over what can happen when you deal with animals. Long story short, I had a snake that I produced. It was a pastel GHI Mojave, and I put it up for a raffle for a fundraiser on YouTube for a girl named Kirsten, who runs Dapper Dubia. Her mom was dealing with stage 4 cancer. You know, I just wanted to help raise some money for that, and you know, the community pulled together, filled the raffle within a day. I did spin a win, and a young man named Darren Larson won the snake. So a few days goes by, everything's good, and I go to feed the animal, and I noticed the animal's not eating. It hadn't ate in like over a month. It only had one meal. So after speaking with several other breeders about it, you know, whether to assist feed or not, once the animal took one meal on its own, I decided it's probably best to get some nutrients inside of it. So I go to assist feed, and I pick up the animal, and I feel a lump in the belly, thinking maybe impaction. So I palpate her after soaking. You know, I actually spent several days working with this animal, soaking her. I put her inside my incubator, inside some water, and then put her on wet paper towels. That way the moisture's there, the warmth is there, it can help her pass whatever's in there. Several days go by again, and I found her deceased. Never could get the lump out of her. I got a bunch of urate, never any fecal matter, and little to my knowledge, I find this. Okay guys, disclaimer here. Before I show you this, I want to say this is a deceased animal. If you do not want to see it, just turn the video off right now. I am going to show it. This is not for entertainment purposes. This is not because I enjoy showing deceased animals or anything like that. This is purely educational, and this needs to be known. Guys, so what we have here is the deceased animal. This right here was what I got out of her stomach. If you don't know what this is, by looking at it in the detail here, that is a piece of coconut bedding, and it's very fibrous, as you can see right there on the edge. That was all entrapped inside this part of her belly right here, and you can see right here was where she had the meal. The meal was not ever able to pass. And I just wanted to put this out here just to warn people, you know, maybe coconut bedding isn't the best thing that we can have on our hatchlings. You know, an adult animal is going to pass that no problem. I've seen it 1,000 times. However, I've never seen it where a hatchling ingested a piece. And this is where I think we as a community need to have a discussion, and it needs to be a staple on when we can put these animals on coconut. I'm gonna go ahead and reverse the camera back to me, that way you all don't have to see this. But one more time, there's a piece of coconut, and this piece of coconut killed that animal, point blank. Nothing I could have done about it. You can't have surgery on an animal this small. It can't have any type of anesthesia, or basically it would kill it anyway. Palpating that out of that animal would kill it. So once again, there's nothing that I could have done. But anyway, I'm gonna go back and we're gonna have a discussion about what I think should be done from here on out. That being said, what I think should be done from here on out, what I'm going to do as a breeder, is my hatchlings are going to be going back on paper. Just so, I used to do that a long time ago. Work schedule changes. It was just easier for me to keep them on coconut, but after seeing what I've seen now, there's no way. They're going back on paper. That way I can monitor their meals, their bathrooms, all that. So what the question is, where do we and when do we transfer them over to coconut? I mean, you really don't have to. A lot of people keep their animals on paper, but I know some people keep them on coconut because it helps with humidity. You know, they have a lot of animals, and paper would just be an all-day job, 24/7. I get it. I understand why you wouldn't want to keep them on paper. But when you have a smaller collection like I do, paper is a legit bedding type. And my question is what is a good age range? What's a good size range for us to switch them over? Please leave it down in the comments if you have any opinion on that. My opinion is at least 500 grams. I'm not going to switch anything over to coconut until they're ready to go into like a 55-40 tub or a 16-quart tub, something bigger, 500 gram animal, like a breeder size male. When the male can just start breeding, I think that's a good size to go with, because a piece of coconut can easily pass through their stomach, their digestive system. This poor animal, whenever she took down that first rat, and the rat was behind the piece of coconut, so she ate the coconut first. Once she done that, it was fatal from there on out. There was nothing that could be done. She couldn't have regurgitated it. You couldn't have palpated it out over without ripping her apart. I got it about an inch away from her vent, and it was just stuck. Her body was not wide enough to physically pass that. And I didn't want to push hard on it because I really didn't know what it was. And that's another reason why I opened her up to find out. It's just a learning experience for me. Hopefully some of y'all can watch this video and learn from my mistake. It's not really a mistake, you know what I'm saying? It's just a freak of nature. And that being said, there are things to prevent freaks of nature. And one of those is me going back on paper for my hatchlings and my smaller snakes. So feel free to leave comments. No bashing. I'll delete it. I'm not going to lie to you. You want to bash me, you're out of here. But I will allow some, if it's educational and you have thoughts against the way I kept it, feel free to leave your opinion. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, that's about all I have for this video. So it's not a good video. It's nothing I ever want to talk about again. But I think this needed to be put out there, and after talking to several people about it, I decided to make this video. So don't hate me for it. I'm not trying to copy nerd by cutting open an animal. I just did it to find out what killed her, because I knew something was inside that I couldn't get out. I wanted to know what it was, so in the future I don't have the same thing happen. And after seeing this, I'm glad I did. Again, if you're new to my channel, make sure you hit that like and subscribe. Leave a comment if you feel free to. And yeah, be good or be good at it.